Ready?
Yep.
2, ready, go. Grab your friends and gather around. Hear the stories when you're down. With songs and smiles for miles. If you're looking for a place to go, I know one hell of a show. There's a place that'll make you glad. Opposite of being sad. DickandDank.com. DickandDank.com.
Welcome back to Dope Discussions with Dick and Dank. We are in the core Tucky Oasis. Dick and I are enjoying a nice, beautiful, sunny day, and we have a very special guest. I'll let you introduce him since you found him and brought him along, Dick.
What's up, everybody? My friend Mark is here from Galena.
Hi.
Used to work at the Verilife dispensary. Is that right?
Yep.
All right.
3.5 years there. I hurt my back. Otherwise, I'd still be there, kind of waiting out retirement.
I gotcha.
But I hurt my back, and I'm retired early, and growing weed and just living life.
Good for you. So tell us about yourself. Tell us about your story.
Yeah. So Dick left out the fact that I used to be a sportswriter for 30 years in Iowa. And,
I was going to let that's your story to tell.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And so, I was doing that, and I did it at the Gazette in Cedar Rapids, and really loved it and enjoyed it, and was proud of the community that we built together, and had a great time, and had just wonderful podcast life. But boy, 30 years, it gets to be a pretty big weight, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in college football has really changed in the last 5 years since I got out.
Yeah.
It's a tidal wave of work, and I saw that, and I'm like, I don't think so.
Do you kind of wish you were still in it to see the West Coast?
Yeah, because my last game, actually, this is funny. So this will kind of tell you where I kicked off the shore. My last game covering Iowa football was the Holiday Bowl in 2019 in San Diego.
Was that when we beat the shit out of USC?
Yes.
When they had 3 NFL receivers on their team and we still kicked their ass?
I don't know. They might have had. Yeah, I think they did have 3 NFL wide receivers, and then
I saw that on X the other day, so that's not my thought.
You're just trying to sound like
I just wanted
well
to be like,
played.
fuck USC.
Epinesa broke the quarterback's life.
Yes.
That kid has never been the same.
Yes.
Keaton Slovis, and then Iowa just went on to roll their asses.
Yes.
So I'm in San Diego. I'm kind of a beginning stoner, and I get done covering that game, and I shut the laptop, and I get on the trolley back, and I smell weed, and I'm just like, okay, I know what I'm doing now.
Nice.
So that was it, and I had a plan. I just had a plan to get out. The bud tending thing happened just pure luck. I thought Galena would probably get one, and they did, and took me a while to get in, but I got in, and I did that for 3 years, and so I can help you all with the dispensary, and I can talk college football.
Nice.
Still maybe a little bit, but not as much, not as good as I used to.
Right.
Because it has changed. I mean, now I just like to just keep it to the game.
Yep.
And some weed, and I don't even drink beer during the games anymore.
So, sports writer, college football, favorite team?
I grew up a Badgers fan, so they were so you guys wouldn't believe this. When I was a kid, not all games were on television.
Yep.
So the Badgers, if I remember right, they were always on the Wisconsin PBS at midnight. They would replay their game. So my dad and I would watch their asses get handed to them and laugh and drink a few beers and blah, blah, blah. So that he took me to a few Badger games when I was a kid. Also do a couple Hawkeye games. Hawkeyes just didn't stick.
Right.
Badgers did.
So was this in the 60s or 70s?
That would have been mid-70s.
Okay.
So the Badgers and Hawkeyes sucked.
Right, prior to Hayden Fry getting there.
Prior to Hayden Fry,
okay.
Yep. I remember my dad, being the Wisconsin fan he was, he had a bumper sticker in the basement, and it was, I backed Hayden's Hawks and got fried. Dad ended up eating that one, and honestly, having covered Iowa football for 23 years, Hayden should be revered.
Uh-huh.
Without Hayden, there ain't no Kirk.
Yes.
I mean, there just ain't.
Right.
Sorry, none. So yeah, Hayden brought that stuff from the back and from the dead. I remember as a kid in 1981 going to the Rose Bowl. It was like, holy shit, Iowa can go to the Rose Bowl? I didn't even know that. So yeah, so that was, growing up that way. Hayden, obviously, but toward the end, when I started doing weed again, I really separated it from that. So one weekend, this is a funny story. One weekend, I think it was in Northwestern. I was at a brewery, and the breweries are all kind of melting now. It was Hubbard's Cave, whatever one that one is. And so I got back. I was with my two buddies. One was a guy who was selling me weed for the first time I'm buying weed in my life. Really good stuff. And so, hey, we're going to do dabs. I'm like, what's a dab? So this is the night before the Northwestern game, and I don't know what a dab is, but here they are. They take some stuff out. They had nothing to light it with. Sorry, I'm taking a hit.
Yeah, you gotta take time to get high.
They had nothing to light it with, or nothing to heat it with.
Okay.
So Gatorade cap and a straw, and I'm like, when do I hit? Oh, I hit it. Okay, and the effect was just all immediate rainfall. That's what my vision was.
That was your first time?
My first time dabbing. My first time dabbing.
Okay.
And I was just like, whoa. And my friend had to kind of help. I also had like 8 pounds of beer. I'm like, can you help me find my room? The next morning at 11 o'clock, Northwestern Iowa kickoff, I'm like, you got to drive today.
Oh, no.
Because I was fine.
Okay.
I was just like, okay.
Be safe.
It was, yeah. I was just like, yeah. I want to make sure everything works.
I don't feel right. Yeah, let's make sure.
I'm not seeing double anymore. We're all good. So yeah. So that was the only time. I mean, I didn't blend the two very often, but god damn it, they sure need it.
Yeah.
College football high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything high.
I advocate that.
So
Mowing high. Everything.
Mowing, yeah.
So did you? Okay, I know you didn't mix the two, but do you mix writing and weed now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it helps.
absolutely. But you have to go back through it just to make sure you're coherent. And so I don't like to really
finish your thought.
Yeah. Or you sometimes you think of this other thing in the middle of the thing, and then you got to make sure it all kind of works.
Right.
I gotcha.
But yeah, definitely. Now, so for me, at the very least, so when I started growing weed, I grew some really pretty bad Hindu Kush, or just low testing. It was an auto in the tent, and boom, that thing was done in 45 days, and low testing. So it kind of hit me like, you know what? It doesn't have to snow me under. I don't have to be totally sedated, although that is my favorite effect is sedation.
Yep.
But if it puts me in a better mood, that's all I'm looking for.
Exactly.
And you know what? 99% of the time it does. Once in a while you'll get, I'm a little bit sativa prone. Once in a while I'll get one that I just, okay, I got to keep moving. Otherwise, I go crazy. And so, yeah, like 1% like that. But
I find that it puts me in the moment.
It
blocks out everything else that's going on in your head and lets you focus on whatever you're doing.
It's like portrait mode on your phone.
Right.
Yeah.
You're centering and everything else fades to blur.
And that's what I like.
Yes.
That's the bliss.
I shouldn't say this, but like I've smoked weed in combine before, and I do
Your combine drives itself?
Well,
no,
yeah.
just a tractor.
Well, no, it does. Well,
Yeah,
it's
see,
in my combine too.
Yeah.
But I do
Farmer.
a better job combining because
Right.
I'm paying
You're
attention
focused.
to. Yeah, I'm going 3, 4, 5 mile an hour. You know.
So there's a lot going on.
Yeah, but now I'm not going down the road.
Right,
I'm
right.
in the middle of a field by myself.
Right.
Right.
You know, but yeah.
I
There's
record
still
and
a
edit this
precision
podcast
to it.
while-
There's
Yeah.
still a precision to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you still have to be, I hate the word sober, but you still have to be coherent enough to
Yeah,
make sure
you're not gonna
things
get
go where they need
stoned
to
as-
go.
We use terms like microdosing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And obviously, through the day, I like, for me, coffee in a bowl. It's kind of the way
Right.
it starts a day.
Some days you just wake up and you're like, it's going to be rough.
Yep.
You got to start the day. Some days I'm 3 o'clock and I'm
Yep.
fine, but
4:20 usually, we're
No.
picked that time.
They knew.
Right.
They
It's
knew.
like, God damn it, 4:20, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
So yeah, but it kind of wheedles through your life. I mean,
Yeah.
4:20, okay, I'm okay. I'm that thing that was bothering me, that doesn't bother me anymore.
Right.
Yep.
And it's not always the thing that bothers you. It's like, the finding powdery mildew in your tent. It's like,
Right.
but it's just a focus and a bliss. The word you use, bliss. The one, strains that give you that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Arise. I don't know if you guys know Arise.
Yep,
The
yep,
brand.
yeah.
They did an Afghan Kush, and it's
I
probably
have one up there. I don't know which one it is.
4 or 5 years ago now, and I smoked that, and I'm like, I asked my wife, "Hey, can you nudge me? I'm pretty sure. I think my heart stopped." And so seriously, we're watching MasterChef. I'm like, "Give me a shove. I think I need a shove to work again."
Right.
And that was the bliss that I'm actually, just that. Okay, the steam is out of the engine, and everything is cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I've been there where I'm basically comatose. Like I
Yeah.
hear everything. I'm so focused. It's like meditating without trying to meditate. So it's just I hear everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to move. It's too much energy.
Right. I don't get that much with smoking anymore.
Right.
But I do with the edibles.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's interesting. So
I need to
if,
get
if
one.
you're new to weed, it's learn about bioavailability.
Yep.
To me, that's all.
Bioavailability.
Yeah. So the fastest way your body is going to use weed is going to be smoking,
Yep.
Right.
because it's just right there. It's in your bloodstream. If you eat it, it's going to take time, and so just know that about the difference in bioavailability.
What about
That-
the tinctures under the tongue? They say it's faster.
That it's a little bit faster, but for the most part, tinctures are usually pretty low dose. I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard to get out of.
Yeah.
So tinctures, I think I'm surprised when dispensaries have them anymore. I used to make my own when I would get a bad batch. And it was rare. It was rare, Eric. It was rare. But when I got a bad batch once in a while, I've had tincture time, and basically my tincture ended up being, since I was scared as hell to light any flame near Everclear.
Right.
My tincture was infused Everclear. So
Pretty solid.
about
everything.
10 drops in there, and you're nodding off like a junkie.
I got you.
I mean, it was like, whew.
Really?
I would do a half ounce at a time because once in a while it came out that way. But for the most part, I got something that helped me,
Yeah.
or just get me through the day, help me, And this is part of weed too for me anymore, is alcohol avoidance.
Yep.
I think a lot of people are reaching that with alcohol, where, okay, I know what you do for me,
Right.
and you can stay over there now for
Yes.
a while.
Yes.
And I saw
The drunk is fun, but it's not worth it.
It's
So
to
what,
me,
the hangover.
it's a social
memory
thing.
loss.
If I can keep it social,
Yeah.
great. And then alcohol just does its thing.
I like finding smoking first, and then I slowly drink all afternoon. Then I can casually drink one beer for like an hour. I got to
Yes.
better koozie because keep it colder.
So I get in trouble now. I mean, what was I drinking last? Oh, we were at a music festival Saturday. When you get the fizzy beer, like any sort of Miller Lite or whatever,
Yeah.
Yep.
you don't drink that shit when it's hot out. It tastes like garbage after
Right.
about 48 seconds. So
Right.
Yeah.
49 seconds off, I'm done with that one.
Right.
So yeah, then you find yourself in that vortex. Well, it's getting yucky. I got to drink it, and then you're like feeling like shit. And you got 4 more hours to go at the music festival.
Right.
Right.
Or you can just maybe hit a pen.
Right.
4 hits off a pen, and I only need 1 beer, and this 1 beer is lasting me, like Dank said, forever.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And we're this podcast. We're hoping that weed can be more accepted in the community. You used to have smoking sections in restaurants for smokers and non-smokers, which I understand why they don't have it, especially while you're eating whatever. But I want to be able to publicly smoke weed, and it's normal.
Right.
Nobody looks at you. Nobody's like, "Oh God," or nobody's like, oh, "I can't." No, I want it to be fine.
Yeah, so I have downtown Galena, mostly a tourist area.
Yeah. From Chicago.
Yeah, mostly Chicago, mostly Wisconsin. And there's a dispensary there. And the dispensary, oftentimes people don't really even notice it because you can't really. Here we are.
It's off the main strip.
It's a little bit. It's a block off. Yeah. So public consumption there. There's a bus that comes in, the Sesh bus.
Oh,
Yeah,
there is?
we've been hearing
Yeah.
about this.
So that they come in, and usually when I worked there it was Halloween and maybe once early summer.
Okay.
Pricey.
And, they're pricey to come in. So I don't know what the dispensary paid for it, but
Then they can smoke publicly right there in front of
on the
dispensary.
bus, on the bus,
On the bus.
and it's free from the dispensary, free joints. The weed they used, I think only half of my face got high, and I could drive home still.
Okay.
But hey, I never recommended that brand, so there was that. But honestly, it was really cool to smoke weed with people.
Did the cops or anybody mess with the bus being there?
Not at all. No. Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
They were all good, and it's legal. It's
Right.
on the bus. It's legal.
Well, we talked about this when we were fishing. What?
I got a spam mail, and you could win. It's like a little mini camper.
Oh, no
And so
shit.
I submitted to win it with our dank email address. Like, if we win it, I'm converting that thing into a sesh bus.
I'm with you. I'm
a
with
Dick
you.
and Dank sesh bus.
I'm with
I
you.
just had to throw that out there.
Well,
I think you guys be the first ones to do that in the Quad Cities area. Yeah, do that.
Right? Somebody needs to. Well, I'd like to be able to take our podcast. Right now it's recorded. I edit it and release it. Right now we're getting up to weekly episodes, but we're working to where I want to be able to record live. Like Fridays we're recording live, but if we can have a sesh bus with a studio in it, then we can take the podcast wherever, record anywhere, have guests wherever. Go to a Hawkeye game and record a podcast. Whatever. I think could be awesome.
we probably couldn't smoke it out in Iowa City. I would,
But
or maybe
in
we
the
could.
bus,
Who knows?
But if in the bus, maybe we can. If I have a special license to do it in the bus.
We're still in
It's
Iowa.
still in Iowa there, but yeah.
But medical's legal.
Iowa is going to be state number 49 or 50 of 50 to legalize it.
We're going to talk to a
Where-
state's attorney in Texas, so maybe
She'll lean on old Kim.
Yeah.
To see if Kim will change her mind.
maybe they're buddies. We don't know.
I doubt it.
So I would just say this about Iowa: put it on a ballot. I think you'd be very, very surprised.
Absolutely.
You think so?
It'd be 60-40. Yes.
My entire
Really?
support
Yeah.
group is in Iowa, with the exception of like 3 of us. But I'm recommending it all the time. Living here in Illinois, like, well, I can't get it, and they get the medical card, but you can't buy flour.
No.
It's ridiculous.
You can't. Iowa Med does not have flour, I believe. There's a few vapes. I think there's some capsules. I'm not even sure there's like edibles.
Meanwhile, Colorado has shrooms. I hear
Colorado. I'm
I
not
haven't
sure.
heard that.
they're going to be first ones.
I've heard
Or
Washington.
Washington. You're right.
I'm
Washington.
not sure how publicly available they are.
They're not. You still
Yeah.
have to. Because I asked.
Yeah.
We were out there
Yeah.
last summer, and I was like, hey, how do I get some shrooms? And they're like, well, you have to have a doctor's note or something.
But you can buy the supplies to grow your own. here
Oh
in
my
Quad
God!
Cities.
So
Yeah.
you,
QC
growing weed.
Yeah. Mushrooms have to be easy.
Pain in
right?
the ass. Pain in the ass. Growing mushrooms, I can't. That's a lot easier.
I
You
can
think so?
imagine.
So many friends out in Colorado grow their own mushrooms.
Oh, you have experience? Not.
A little bit from
Okay.
there.
Or knowledge, at
And it's, for me, it's great baseball watching stuff.
Okay.
We used to take some shrooms out there, go to the Rockies game, and all right.
So you've tried
Right
to
to
I-
forest.
yeah, we've never tried shrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
Would you tell us about it? We
Yeah,
wanted to hear
so
about it.
I don't do them as much anymore because I'm a little bit older and I worry about the euphoria taking me over and raising my heart rate. So I don't
Oh,
do.
okay.
I do a
That's
very small.
Too exciting.
Yeah, a little. I just worry that it could take me there.
That
so,
sucked to die that way.
well,
Would it though?
there are probably worse ways,
Right?
Man, yeah, but just a general sort of bliss. Some
Okay.
visual, definitely some visual effects.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of nausea for me. I smoked a little weed to kind of like see if that would help, and
Use
that,
the weed-
it
oh, did-
didn't.
okay.
What?
Now we don't
So-
have to try that.
So no, honestly, there is a nice bliss, and there is nothing wrong with trying a little bit of a microdose.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys are on that path with weed. Try microdosing a little bit of shrooms and just seeing what it does for you.
Yeah, I
and
got
you probably won't notice too much, but maybe people around you will notice. Like maybe you're not as fidgety. Maybe you listen better. Maybe some of that ADHD is like,
Right.
So there's, I think it's a great. So honestly, at the dispensary, I would see a lot of soldiers. I mean, just a lot of military folk.
PTSD.
Yeah, and so a lot of military folks. So anything that gets those folks through the day, I'm totally for, and extrapolate that. Not just military people.
Right.
People with any sort of mental illness. If this can take a little bit of air out of it, it's definitely worth studying, right?
Right.
Yep.
And what else are we doing? we're thinking of tons of ways to kill people, or you
Wasting
know,
our time doing other
yeah.
rubbish
So I think we can study this to see what it can do for folks. And you know what? Here's the thing with Iowa and weed for me, and I love the T-shirt. I think Iowans are pretty good at growing stuff. And I think
For sure.
I think that's a marriage made in heaven.
Yeah.
I
be huge.
imagine a farmer's market in Cedar Rapids
Oh my God.
where you could just smell weed coming off, and oh my God, Mert has some kick-ass GG4. I'm buying all of Mert's weed this week.
So
I'll catch you
I
next
can't
week.
believe they can't at least get hemp started up.
you
know?
wouldn't.
Something.
I go
Well, they
have-
do with the Delta 8s and that kind of thing.
So it's starting.
Yeah, and they have that. I
Once
think
they
they're
realize
going
that's
to close
safe.
that though. I think that is going to be closed eventually.
Wow.
Yeah, they're always trying to close those loopholes.
But they're doing all kinds of stuff in Illinois, and it's fine. But I guess Chicago's a little different breed. than Des Moines.
I have coffee nearly every morning with my dad and a bunch of old farmers.
Yeah.
At a chemical company, not a coffee shop. That we don't pay for the coffee, for the record. But you
Or the
wouldn't
chemicals.
Huh?
Or the chemicals.
We pay for the chemicals,
Oh, okay.
so we're technically paying for the coffee. I mean,
Right.
but anyway, you wouldn't believe the amount of old farmers that are on edibles.
Really?
They're all on them.
Because why not?
Great. Oh, it helps me sleep. So my daughter brought it to me.
Most of
Says, "Here,
Banjo's
try
friends
this."
are on edibles.
Yeah, it's so you
But
might
people
be
aren't
right.
talking about it, so it's just I want people to be able to talk about it, so other people feel comfortable trying it.
Right. And so one thing that kind of hit me early on in the dispensary was there are people out there, and this is a huge service that you guys are doing. There are a lot of people stuck in 101ville, and they're afraid to smoke because, oh my God, the whole neighborhood. And yeah, I get that. I lived in Cedar Rapids. I smoked. I grew some bushes, and I let them overgrow, so I had a place to smoke.
You know
One
what
night I
found
walked out with a full bowl, and I never used to poke my head out the door. Poke my head out there. Oh, there's a squad car. It's the sheriff.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna go back in.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna wait until that car goes away, and then maybe
Right.
next year I'll poke my head out the door again. But honestly, so there's the fear. There's
Right.
we're in Illinois. You don't have that as much, but in Iowa, if you're just starting out, and hey, Iowa football has Ed Podolak, and they have
Yes.
they do sell CBD and THC products on the Iowa radio broadcast, which I think
At Bud and Mary's.
I think it's brilliant. Bud and Mary's, that's
Yeah.
it. Brilliant, awesome. So Iowans are going to get more and more curious.
Yeah, that's
And
true. That's
you
true.
know what?
As they
Tell you
should.
what, where I worked, it was 70% Iowans and Wisconsinites because Illinois folks have options.
Right.
We
Lots of options.
millions of options, and dispensaries want you to be in reg. They want you to be a regular customer.
For sure.
But Iowa, they get over here. It's like a lot of folks think there's a tax. No, there's not an extra tax. Although, don't give them any damn ideas
Right.
Right.
because they might actually do that to you. So yeah, don't give me
Just
ideas.
scan your
Wait,
ID,
there's not an
walk
extra
in,
tax?
buy what you want, go.
Yes,
Now
so yeah.
there's a sign that says it's illegal to bring it across state lines.
Correct.
At
It's
your own risk.
Scare tactic, and I believe. Okay, so honestly, where I live, Dubuque is in the Illinois Bridge. I think the Dubuque police have said, yeah, we're never going to have a sting on
Dubuque.
that bridge because that's going to stop traffic for 3
Right,
states, and
right.
we like to have like people moving through our state. So
Right.
that's not happening. I'll just say this: if you're out from Iowa, driving over to an Illinois dispensary, make sure your stickers are good.
Yep.
Make sure that the taillights
Yeah,
are
don't give
great.
them a reason to pull you over. That's
Hey,
it.
don't give them a
Common
reason.
sense.
Don't give them a reason,
Don't
and
speed.
Right.
don't be huffing a joint going
While
down
driving, right.
goddamn
they-
151 to Cedar Rapids. Don't do that.
I mean, they already don't let you light up in the parking lot at the dispensary for a reason because everybody would just be stepping out front and lighting up.
Oh my!
They
So
never get
they
people
do,
to leave.
they do, and so if I'm the Galena Police Department, I just sit outside the door. Okay, here's your $50 ticket.
Right.
You're such a rebel. You couldn't have waited 20 minutes.
Right?
$50. Goodbye.
Right. You spend
know,
how
if you-
much in there? Here's
if you're gonna be, if you need it that badly, I understand. So there is something
Nice
about
pop
weed.
an edible then.
But there's something about weed culture there where you got to be subtle about it. I think. I mean,
Yeah.
because it
Discreet.
does stink up the goddamn room, right?
Right.
So I just try to be really respectful of people when I use. But yeah, sit outside the dispensary and just your town will be streets will be paved in gold.
Right.
Right.
That's so. I don't know if you still have an X account.
No, I don't anymore.
Anyway on X now with Uncle Donnie talking about maybe not descheduling but rescheduling it or whatever. The amount of weed talk on X and
Skyrocketed.
Oh my, yeah, surprising. But the assholes talking about the smell, and I'm like,
It goes away, big deal.
well, but you're okay with cigarette smell,
Right.
You're okay with the puke alley smell in these college towns,
Urine.
you know? Yeah,
Yeah.
like we're okay with all that because it's acceptable. I can appreciate the smell, I really can.
Yeah.
Right,
but
the same.
at the same time, Jesus, we put up with enough of your shit.
It's outside.
Yeah, and
It
we're not
goes
going to
away.
fight you.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going
I'm
to
not
get
smoking
stoned
in
and
your
go back
car, I'm not
inside.
smoking
Yeah.
in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so
I'm outside.
that being the number one reason to not just doesn't wash with me. I try to be courteous.
You can vape, but it's not the same.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I just don't get the same.
I don't get the same high, and I don't like the taste.
I don't.
It
It's
tastes different. I like the discreet smell, absolutely. But
I go to Codfish Hollow in Maquoketa. It's pretty out in the country.
Yep.
And I think next time I go, I'm taking a joint.
Just going to say.
Because it's to me, it's like, okay, I'll go over here away from everybody, or hey, if you want to come over,
you know, I
That's
think
cool, too.
the smell is pungent for a reason because it's there to alert you. This is where it's at. Come over here, have a good time. It's supposed to arouse people to come on over.
yeah.
I was going to say, I've seen pictures of Codfish Hollow, so I bet you it's welcome there. I mean, not officially.
Yeah, no, it's it's a big campground.
Yeah, I
As
mean
you
that.
can
And
imagine.
I mean that
no,
respectfully.
and me too. So yeah, an endorsement for both.
Right. Yeah, they had good
And
music there.
I've yes, and I vaped there a million times. And last time I went, I'm like, is this thing on? You know,
Right.
come on.
Do you guys get like a wet cough when you vape?
I don't vape enough to get there, but I hear it. So when I was in the dispensary, I would hear. I could almost tell the people who were heavy vapors.
Okay. I was wondering.
There was a
'cause
raspiness. There was raspiness.
Yep. There's been times in my life, in my journey, where I've gone on the vape.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
Or if I'm in a hotel room overnight and I didn't want to go
Right.
outside in my pickup to smoke weed or whatever, you know.
I just
And
go
I
right
get
out the
this.
back door.
Yeah.
I used to travel for work in the side door. Like you go down the stairwell, right at the side door, nobody's out there. They
I
come in
know.
and go.
But my wife is a cheapskate, so we don't stay at the nicest hotels.
Yeah.
I mean, we stay at Holiday Inn Expresses when we can.
Me too.
But sometimes I'm like, honey, spend an extra $20.
Right.
Like one night when we were out in Oregon last year, I slept in my truck overnight because I was worried about leaving in the parking lot. I'm like, what the fuck? Glad you guys get the beds.
Did you?
That's the neighborhood, not the motel.
Buying weed out west.
Yes.
Very different experience.
Yes.
So you're getting more knowledge thrown at you, and if you get in Denver, it's competitive there. So if you're buying weed in Denver and you're coming from the Midwest and you're buying weed in Denver or out west, just get it. Don't let the bud tender throw too much shit at you.
Okay.
Because then it's like spinning around. And you're like, in Denver, I'm like, the bud tender started. You know, we have this, and blah, 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 and like, you have some rosin infused joints. I think I'm gonna have one of those. And and then there was a whole bunch of different selections on that too. So buying weed in Oregon was very different for me because that was the most open place. That had the most dispensaries.
Yeah, I would agree.
The
with
most, and you saw green crosses like all over the streets.
and
it
most
was
relaxed.
yeah, it was So it's like, okay, you're not going to explode. The earth isn't going to break open and swallow you up. Here's the weed.
Right.
And so Oregon, it gets cooler. That's the further you go out west, but they're also you got to be careful. They're not trying to bombard you with their selections and all that stuff.
I
too.
gotcha. I was not a good buyer out there. I usually walked in. I'm like, I want the most bang for my buck, and we'll go from there. You know. And
Do you find that the THC percentage makes a difference?
Yeah, the higher the percentage, the higher
That's
you're
why I
going to
always usually
get.
shop. But then, I guess you're buying it more for you find the right THC level that finds you productive. You can use for daily use.
yeah,
That's the difference.
That's a good way to do it.
I like to stick at that 18 to 22%.
Yeah.
You know, like I can smoke a joint and farm.
It's like
And,
smoking a cigarette.
and honestly, in Denver, when I did go, I was kind of surprised. Seeing weed growing in a dispensary, but also the number of strains that were in the teens,
Yes.
19, 18%, and there was a ton of them that way. To me, yeah, if you want that bliss, you want that chill,
Yep.
and you still want to be able to work
Function, yeah.
a combine,
Right.
or even a keyboard, and
Yep.
maybe a keyboard, but there is a range for people, but the easiest sales I would make at the dispensary, highest THC percentage. Okay, bingo, here we go, bing bong.
But they
out the
charge
door.
more for that. So now I don't know if it's because it's actually better or if it's because people are asking for it.
In
And they know
Illinois,
they can charge.
in Illinois, your flour over 35% does get. I want to say it gets the extract tax. So that
Like the
means
infused.
yeah. So it's like an infused.
Okay.
So over 35%, you're going to eat a little more tax. On
No,
that.
on your medical card, does that affect that?
No. Med cards with I told Dick at the beginning, dude, just pull this at your doctor. Go, pull the Rodney Dangerfield. Ooh, my elbow.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's osteoarthritis. God damn it. And, you get your doctor to sign off on that. And you did. I signed up with this thing called Innovative Wellness.
Okay.
And they got my med card, boom, just like
Yeah.
that. I do have osteoarthritis, so I actually have earned it. I much prefer buying untaxed weed.
Yeah.
If you can, the medical dispensary stuff to me is a big deal. It
Yep.
kind of pisses me off, and there are certain brands that I just will never buy again because of that. And so screw them, and it's not a big deal, but it's just my choice.
Yeah.
But there are a couple. The med dispensaries. I wish there were more. I go to Sunnyside, Rockford.
Okay.
Good prices, and Maple Glen, Rockford. Great prices. Great brands. They have a 1 day really good brand. Usually on sale there too, and they have cookies. I don't know what it is, guys. Cookies. Probably overhyped product brand. To me, a lot of sedation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of like, okay, I'm stoned.
Right.
I got you.
So
I need to start smoking cookies.
I do really. So something about cookies, I don't know what it is, but it just kind of stones me.
Yeah.
But so I can get all those brands there at the price they're listed at. So this week I went in. My wife makes me kind of almost sugar-free double chocolate chip brownies that are infused with 2 shots of the Arise FSHO stuff.
Yep.
Probably about 32 pieces of brownie, probably about 50 milligrams per. And I licked the bowl, and seriously, I'm not enough like a junkie. I'm just
Right.
yum, yum, yum. So I was able to buy 4 of those for $31 on the nose.
Oh,
Whereas if I buy those in Galena without my med card, the list price is $38 or $48, and then you're paying like $50+ bucks.
Yep.
Because of the high THC concentration. And honestly, you guys, if you're at a dispensary, that is going to be your best bang for the buck. Is going to be FSHO or RSO. You're going to get, so say 77% THC, you're getting about 700 milligrams of THC versus 100 milligrams in a bag of gummies. So
Yeah.
15 or $20.
and then you
Right.
just squirt that squirt that stuff into your
Anything.
or just in your mouth.
Right.
And boom. So honestly,
and it tastes like shit, but just be a man.
it does.
And take
It does. You know what? Put it on a cookie.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah,
it on.
yeah.
Put on a. Put it on a. Put it. I used to put it with Tic Tac.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah. So
Put the stuff in the.
those are the syringes. Those are
Yeah,
syringes.
I'd put it on top of a bowl.
Yeah.
Smoke it.
Don't put it so.
I'd put it in,
Wait,
mixed in.
Are
Yeah,
talking
there
about
you
the
go.
Dabblicator?
There you
Yeah,
go.
the dabblicator.
Dabblicator.
That's
what
different,
I'm.
isn't it?
Don't same thing.
Oh, okay.
Same thing. It's usually a FSHO, full spectrum hash oil.
Yeah.
So that's another distinction for people.
It's not for sale by owner. FSB, my bad.
So I like when it comes to vapes, when it comes to things that are therapeutic or not. Are you going to get the THC gummies, which are basically the shot of vodka, or you're going to get the full spectrum hash oil. You're going to get the live resin gummies, which are more therapeutic because they come with they're full plant rather than just the THC.
There's so many options, so many things. I started asking questions, then I lose track. The short-term memory is really an issue for me on those things. But I stick to flower and what I like and what I know. But again, I buy for what's the best deal, pre-ground. I don't have to mess with it. Here we go.
So here's what I like to do at a dispensary. When I look at a menu, does this dispensary have what I would consider craft, like say IC Collective, One Day, Nez, I'm blanking on some now, but IC Collective. If this dispensary has an ounce of those guys, is it on sale? If it is on sale, how much is it on sale? I bought 2 ounce. I bought one, and then I went back the next day because in Illinois, hey, I even have limits now. Went back the next day. It was 100. It was IC Collective ounces, CTC, which is basically Chem Dog. It's my favorite. I mean, it's the chill for me. I think it was $140 for an ounce. So I usually go about $10. $10 a gram. And I crushed it. Like that was a crusher. I mean, that's $140 for an ounce of IC Collective craft. So if your dispensary has craft ounces, just wait them out. They're going to be on sale because they're going to be $220. No one's going to spend that.
That's a revolution right now.
Yeah, so no one's going to spend that.
When I notice the dispensary, so every day there's something on sale. They want you coming in. There's
Absolutely.
always something. I don't think it matters day of the week, whatever. There's something on sale.
You just got to pay
brand
attention.
or this product or whatever. Yeah, pay attention.
Yep, pay attention.
Revolution, I'm getting the $5 50 milligram gummies that we like.
Yep.
And then, usually I just buy, like I said, flour in quantity. But now, before I forget,
Yeah.
can you tell me about the first time you tried weed?
Oh, man. So, would have been...
A while ago.
Yeah, no, it's a long time ago. I can't remember if it was high school or college. I think it was college, and I think it was my friend Steve Breitbach. And
Hey, Steve.
what's that?
I said, hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve. And
Thank you.
at Northern Iowa, and we listened to a bunch of Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan?
Yeah, he's a Bob Dylan guy.
I'm going to see him in a couple weeks.
Nice.
Oh shit, I'm not. I was going.
Oh, not bad.
My boy's going to Wyotech. So, sorry. Hit the joint.
Are you all right?
So we got the three of us were going to go see Bob Dylan and Willie Nelson together.
Oh, nice.
But then my youngest son is in marching band, and I'm missing the next week because I'm taking my boy to Wyoming, so I'm not going to the concert. Damn it! Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So first time getting high, Bob Dylan, college, and that was weird. So then my mom and dad smoked weed when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like third grade. There's the whole third grade. There's the whole third grade drug unit on your kitchen table. Mom and dad have one of those. Oh my God, they have one of those too. Oh shit. What are those? Oh, I don't even know. So there
you got to find something out about your folks. That's what you want to find out, I guess.
So there was, and so then you kind of rebel against whatever your parents are into.
Okay.
So for me, it's like, oh, dirty weed people.
I got you.
So then I drank my head off for 30 years, and so there was that.
You realize your parents were right all
Yeah,
along.
my parents said, God damn it. And so now I grow, and my mom's 80, and she has a hard time getting around. But she's well taken care of with the weed.
I was going to ask, because I know the backstory. Does that help her?
Yes, yeah.
That's awesome.
She is getting to the point now, she does have a dementia, and she's getting to the point now where there's a lot of hallucinations. So I'm kind of letting her figure out her path forward, but I'm not sure anymore what she should be doing.
I got you.
But she's also 80. I think she's like, I can't believe the warranty hasn't run out. And so she's kind of like thumbing her nose at everything and drinking her Keystone Light and smoking weed. So I'm going to make sure she has the good shit going out. But so my parents, and then I was like rebelled against weed for a long time. And then I was up north fishing trip with my brothers-in-law, and like, okay, let's do some weed. And Jesus Christ, the campfire turned into like this village out of the Lord of the Rings. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do weed again next year, right?
No kidding.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool, guys.
No kidding.
So then eventually, my brother died of alcoholism between there and then. In 2016, he died of alcoholism. And then I'm just like, I'm looking for an alternative. I'm kicking. I still drink socially, but it's just so many people in the dispensary coming up and saying, I don't even drink anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm recruited. I'm on your side. So yeah, my brother died, and then I Hawkeye Twitter buddy came up and kind of walked me through it, and yeah, $300 an ounce. It was all right. That was back in the day.
Oh shit!
But I remember. You talked to me about the first time I got high. We didn't have strains. We didn't have percentages.
Right.
We just had
Weed.
green, maybe sometimes green, mostly sometimes brown.
Right.
But we had weed. We had ditch weed. We had weed. The first time I kind of knew what a strain was that time, and that was it was Blue Dream from Colorado.
Change your life.
I was like, yeah, I'm so much smarter this way.
Good shit.
So yeah, he made me into a weed snob, like boom, like that, and now it's like. Then I smoked pot with again up north with my brothers-in-laws. One of them's like, "It's just pot. Shut up. It's just pot." And now 5 years later, I'm like, "Yeah, it's kind of just pot."
Yep.
But no, I disagree. I think there are strains that just affect you, and sativa indica, blah blah blah. I'm not going to fight anybody about that. I think there are regional differences in weed. I think I think more indicas probably have more of traces back to Middle Eastern weed.
Okay.
Say like the Kushes, the Afghan Kushes, Afghani, anything purple.
Would that be like the earthy, peppery?
Yeah, more like that. And then to me, equatorial weed, sativa, more they're just headier. You as a grower know, hey, if I want a heady, I'm going to leave a bunch. I'm going to cut this baby before a lot of amber trichome show up.
Yep.
And if I want sleep juice, I'm going to let this baby turn amber. And good night, everybody.
Yep. Wish mine get as amber as they can get.
Yeah, do you? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I just.
Aren't you supposed to?
There's like you said. I think there
It's a
are
preference.
some. Well, I think some people have some preferences. I think what you're getting at is if you harvest it when it's less ambery, it doesn't have quite.
It's
the
definitely
THC.
more of a heady. So as long as they're cloudy, they're going to be the cloudy is so we're talking about trichomes and growing. The cloudy is going to be the highest THC. Then they're going to start to turn amber, and that's going to be more of the word effect.
I didn't know that.
And then the clear is really heady. So so you want a milky, and then 5 to 10% amber. That's
okay.
chop time.
learning
This
something
year,
today.
I'm not farting around. I see 5% amber. I'm not waiting for 10. We're going down. But I really don't want to see clear. Clear to me, that's more of a super head high, and I don't know if I want anything like that. So he and Dan have a little.
I was just thinking.
There's a little.
I know you haven't listened to an episode, but you should go listen to episode 26, Big Daddy Dan. We went up to Savannah.
Yeah.
Which you're familiar with.
Yeah.
He has he's a mirror image tattoo,
yeah.
and he has a tattoo parlor on the first floor, and then the second and third floor are VRBOs that are weed friendly.
Yeah,
You bring
yeah,
your
yeah.
own weed and whatever, but there's a scavenger hunt to find the little glass pipes and stuff you can smoke from. The fourth floor, it's not finished yet, but he's got a garage door like that one that opens up and overlooks the river.
Oh, beautiful.
So we brought all of our equipment up there and recorded an episode smoking weed with Big Daddy Dan. He brought out this
Nice.
wreath show, and I remember the name this time.
Yes, you did.
But the leaves are so unique on them because they don't look like traditional
They look
marijuana
like a
leaves.
snowflake, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so, and he's a grower. He's a very unique individual. I mean, fantastic guy, fantastic host. But I think that's an episode you'd enjoy for sure.
It's just there's something about you guys that remind. I think it's the artist
Could
in you both.
Yeah.
Well, they're
The
both
way
a
you talk
grower.
about weed and pay
exactly.
attention.
The relationship to it, yeah.
Like I'm a farmer. Cut that shit. And let's fucking take it. You know?
I do. So I do have a grow bro. My friend Jesse. I met him at the dispensary. He's from Idaho.
Okay.
And so he grew in Oregon, and he was commercial. He was on commercial grows. So, so here's an example of somebody who's learning and somebody who knows. So I was growing the current the GMOs I have going. was growing them on just level light 2, just a really low light in the tent. And so they start to turn a little bit orange. And he's like, okay, they're getting older faster. So what can we do to kind of slow that down? He cranks the light up. And I turned the humidity down just a touch. Oh, no, I turned it up just a touch to kind of give it a little bit moisture. Save the grow.
Really?
Yeah. So that kicked them in again. And these buds are fat. Seriously, you guys. I've got thick buds. The branches are tipping down.
Do you have an Instagram page where you share photos? Or
I do. I haven't shared one of those for a while. I'll show you guys when we're done. But yeah, I'll put one
plug
up.
your Instagram so people can find it.
Sure. I'm Driftless Marc, and I'll throw them up there. But so I do have a grow, and so he this summer has been the best grow I've had. That's why seeing the mildew last night drove me crazy. But he pulled me back from the edge so many times because it's like you get frustrated when things go wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a super downer.
Well, and you put so much time and energy into that.
Yeah,
Like,
and then all of a sudden
an hour a day at least, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you smoke pot sitting there. That's pretty cool.
Right.
Look what I did.
Yeah, and then you
So
get
he's
play
helped me
ball.
out a lot, though. He's pulled me back from the edge and just kind of got me on the right path. And
Have you talked to him about your latest issue?
Yeah.
What did he
He's
say?
gonna be. He said I did the right thing, just
Okay.
cutting him out, and he usually comes over on Friday. But he also, I'm gonna get some string to kind of help the big buds from. Right now, I have one really strong branch holding up 2 others. It's sad, you guys. It's sad right now. This looks like the Jode wheat are growing weeds, and so it's. And honestly, these 2 plants are both GMOs in the tent right now. I'm growing them with different different newts.
Okay.
So I've got a kind of a granular one that we were talking about, the
Yep.
mega crop, and then I have a Sensi going in the other one.
Yep.
The mega crop one, I got stoned when we topped it, so I only cut it at 3 nodes.
Oh, okay.
I think it pissed it off because honestly, it's taken over the whole tent.
No shit.
I mean, that shit is 6 feet off the ground in the tent, looking at my eye, and now it's starting to collapse.
I'm gonna
I
get
think you sent me that picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's
starting
a
to
big
collapse.
plant.
Yeah, so that's one plant. Cut it at 3 nodes. I think everything I've done to that has just made it angry. I severely trained
In a
it
good way?
in a good way. So
Yeah.
it's so productive. It's gonna be.
steroids.
I'm looking at it right now, and it might be a pound of one plant.
No shit.
And then the other plant, which it almost kicked out of the tent, is starting. So 2 different sets of newts, 2 different shaped nugs. The ones, the liquid ones, are more baseball.
Really?
Same plant, different newts.
Okay.
One's kind of more like a baseball. One's more like a classic cone shape.
Really?
It's weird. These plants are weird and tough. Just keep the goddamn mold off of them.
Right.
And then the outdoor one. I started with 4 plants in the tent. The one got so big I had to kick 2 out. After 7 weeks, the purple indicas went outdoors, and then they doubled in size.
No kidding.
So they're going to be one of those ones it's been kind of larvae, but they're every branch is like all leaves all the way up to a big bud, and it's all buds.
No kidding.
And so, hey, if you guys like skunky weed, and I know a lot of you do, because at the dispensary, a lot of you goddamn ask for the skunky weed every time. I'd be like, dude,
Somebody has to.
that was in the 70s. Yeah, so that shit's never come back.
They're still living in the 70s.
Holy shit. I walked past that the other day, and it smelled like rotten egg farts.
No
and
kidding.
I was like, it is skunk city. So if I can bring that shit home without any mold, old schoolers, I think it's purple indica is the strain.
Okay.
And I don't know how good it'll smoke. I don't think it'll be like a knockout punch THC-wise, but it might have some of that really old kind of cool aroma, some of the skunkiness. I was really surprised because I grew weed that said, oh, it'll for sure be skunky. Grandpa
Right.
Stash from Ethos.
Yep.
For sure skunky. Not a god. More like an orange chocolate bar, which wasn't bad either.
Right.
But the skunkiness, people always ask. I think I finally got it. So hopefully I can bring that one home, and I'm probably going to have another 2 pounds of weed again.
No shit.
So Mom will be happy. But I think in Illinois, they took out the law. So me being a mental patient,
We're all mental.
Me being a med patient, I could give my weed away, but they took that out, so I don't think that's legal anymore.
Oh, really?
Really? I didn't know that.
So I
Because they're finding ways to get around that.
yeah. So
Get it together, JB.
yeah. Come on, JB. No, seriously.
Weed for everybody.
So the weed policy in Illinois is problematic. I think it's just too retail oriented.
Yeah.
That's why you got to go to these retail stores.
Well, that's how
that-
they got it started.
Yeah. So now, say if we could grow our weed and sell it to Jim's dispensary, who didn't have to put up the $2 million or whatever it takes to get a dispensary
Right.
open in the state.
Right.
They test our weed and they enjoy our weed. They buy our weed. Then it's a truly local experience.
Right.
And at weed farmers markets, which are starting to pop up.
Really?
I haven't had the guts to go to one yet because I'm sure it'll be rated.
Right.
But they're starting to happen more and more, and so you're starting to get a little bit more. Some home grow is getting out. So, and I love that idea because, that's you're not cutting corners with that weed.
No,
The
well,
commercial weed, you are unfortunately cutting corners just to be able to make a profit, and everybody has a job and a mortgage and blah blah blah.
How do you feel about like Delta 8 and Delta 9?
I don't go to those stores just because I don't trust the percentages on those. Like, so with Delta 8 should get you about 40% as high as, like, say, a dispo weed.
Oh, okay.
So it should get you about 40% as high, but I do know that some of those places advertise a higher percentage. I don't know how they get that to that higher percentage.
Like I was in Dubuque, and I'd never smoked it before. I've had them, like when you get the little Delta 8 drinks or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Now they're selling them at liquor stores.
Oh, they're
and
everywhere.
Gummies stuff. Yeah, and they're fine.
Yeah.
But I think I told you in Dubuque they had just a little record store or whatever, and they had Delta 8, Delta 9 in mason jars right behind. He just turned around, opened it up, took his tweezers, put them in a baggie for you. He's like, well, shit. And,
Right.
dirt cheap. I smoked it. I was like, well, that wasn't half bad.
Yeah.
Why can't we be like that with weed if it's,
Should be.
So
Should be.
percentage-wise, it's a percentage thing, and then the farm bill with the hemp has kind of muddied the waters, and people are taking advantage. And God bless them. I mean,
Right,
it's,
Yeah, somebody's got to, I suppose.
I have my thing with dispo and growing. Whatever fits people's budgets, for one thing. I mean, it's goddamn expensive to buy weed at a dispensary in Illinois. Thankfully, me as a med patient, on my elbow,
Right.
I can buy untaxed weed, which is still pretty expensive.
It's getting better.
It's getting better. It is.
I think the competition.
Competition, and I know how big is the market growing. I mean, I think it is, but probably not as much as people want.
Right.
They're still jacking the prices up.
They
Basically
do.
every day I go there.
But
Not lined up.
Dank knows. Just if you have a favorite product at an Illinois dispensary, wait it out.
Yes.
It'll eventually be on sale.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll eventually be on sale.
Well, and med patients get, I guess this maybe isn't
A lot of times
everywhere.
it's 30% off. And I told
Right,
if
so
it's
it doesn't
30%
make
off,
it-
you're getting the same thing that I would as a.
So yeah, so if Revolution Moline was a med store, I would go there every time they had a sale on the Tales and Travels half ounces.
Yep.
That's a great value, and if
Yep.
I can get that for $81, no
Yep.
tax, half ounce, I'm
Yep.
walking out the door
We get
happy.
Tales and Travels on our show.
They're the same. They're the same.
It's Revolution.
Yeah.
They're just a different brand.
Yeah,
Just a
it's
different
like-
brand,
it's
and they're the
their-
same.
Because they have
sister.
Rep Canna.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Okay.
But the Tales and Travels, great sort of value brand. So that was another. To me, if you can find a half ounce of Tales and Travels,
Well, that's what that
on
was.
sale.
Tales and Travels.
Yeah, the horchata. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's.
yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
The last two I did was gelato, which was fabulous.
Yes. Big nugs.
And then
Yes.
yeah. Did you have?
yeah.
That batch was phenomenal,
Awesome.
and
Yeah.
then the raspberry shortcake after that one. Probably one of my favorite sativas. It does smell and taste like raspberry shortcake.
Yep.
Weird, but so I look for value. $10 a gram. Once in a while, I'll splurge on IC Collective has those hash holes,
Yep.
rosin infused. I think 1.5 gram joints. That's 3 nights. That's 3 nights out in the patio.
Really?
Oh yeah. You could I could hammer. Back in the day, I would have hammered down, but I did this. I made the mistake of reading the label in Colorado. I was like, okay, I'll hammer down this rosin infused joint. How many grams? Oh, 3 grams. boop, 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 put it away. Like I'm already
That's a
flying
fair
it up.
bit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started actually reading the labels and like 1.5. It's like I get 3 nights out of those. 3 very blissful, fantastic nights. Yeah, that's but yeah, $10 a gram if you're buying flower. I think and Tales of Travel will get you where you want to go.
Yeah, that's
Now,
good
your
stuff.
preferred method of use?
I like to smoke cones.
In cones?
Yes,
Same.
yeah.
Just like Dick
Raw
here
cones.
does.
Yeah.
Raw cones.
I
make
like
your own?
cones.
Where do you get them from? Do you buy them like in the small packages, or do you?
Yeah,
get
I buy them the small. I did buy the big one from 420packaging.com.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, these are harsh. I was like, I got like 1,200 of these. Damn, they're harsh.
That sucks.
So I look at the date and I'm like, okay, now I know why they're harsh. They're ancient.
Oh, no kidding.
So I was like, okay, live and
'Cause nobody's
learn.
buying them that
Live and
quantity.
learn. We're on the burn pit. Goodbye.
I got you.
I OCB hemp organic hemp.
Okay.
Usually just the smalls, just the minis usually,
Yeah.
or a bowl. For the most part, I've got like 40 bowls, and right now I've got like
Yeah, like a
4 or 5 going, and quick out in the patio, back
Yeah.
into Monday Night Football or where the hell it
Right.
was.
Exactly.
You guys have the same setup, quick out, back in, whatever. Yeah, but to me, just smoking, and yeah, I'm older, and so then it's brownies.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yep. Same. Yeah. You should look into making your own butter.
I've done that. I do have what was that, magic butter? I do have a magic
that's
butter
one.
machine.
Okay.
But it's easy. It's easy. You don't need it. You don't need that. Making your own butter is easy.
Yep.
Since I found FSHO or Rick Simpson oil, RSO, cooking with that stuff, to me, I made lollipops.
Really?
And they were about 35 milligrams per. I could have taken those and sold them for $10 at a music festival.
Yep.
Probably paid my house payment.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah. There's.
Yeah. Let's
But
make it
those-
happen.
Yeah, no kidding. But no, but cooking with FHO, I would never buy Dispo edibles.
No.
Just because it's so easy to make your own,
Yeah.
make what you want to taste. But I do like. I'll give a shout out to I think Kana Rainbow Belts. No, Kana Belts. They're live rosin and they're fab. They taste good.
So you say live rosin hits harder or faster?
Yeah.
Gummy wise.
Okay.
If I'm a Dispo person, I'm going to Dispo. I'm looking for ice water hash gummies first
Okay.
because those are
Ice
the
water
most.
hash
Yeah,
gummies.
those are the most like weed. They're
Okay.
the most preserved of the plant. So to me, those are the best high.
Okay.
I know. I want to say GTI has a brand. What's Rhythm? Rhythm, I think
Rhythm.
does have some, and they're pretty good too.
Okay.
And then live rosin, ice water hash, live rosin, and then live resin. Those are gonna be the closest experience to weed.
Okay.
Beyond that, you're getting the THC, and then you're not getting any sort of therapeutic benefit. You're not getting the terps and the essential oils, that kind of thing.
I got you.
But that's how I would buy. So honestly, there was a guy at the dispensary. He said he stopped smoking, had to quit the doctor thing, and he bought live rosin gummies every Friday. And,
Okay.
he knew what he was doing. I was like, yeah, you know what you're doing, man.
Okay. I'll have to try that next and pay attention.
Yeah.
I never pay attention to that stuff.
So
You should pay attention.
I should pay attention.
you know, so when you're trying something different, and we used to have bud tenders tell people to journal.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I don't
I'm not going to tell
I wanna-
people
I wanna
that.
get my
Jesus
Google
Christ.
speaker to do that.
Yeah, but when I'm trying a new strain or I'm trying a new ingestion, I'm okay. How are we doing? You know, what's going on?
I
We
got you.
feel this. Licking the bowl of the pop brownies is like, okay, yeah, I know where we're going with this. But yeah, one fun thing, and you guys might want to do this when you're festivaling, camping, when you're somewhere where you want to imbibe and nobody have any goddamn clue. Those Uncle Arnie drinks,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
the 100 milligram ones.
Yes.
Split that.
Like 100 100 milligram one? Yeah, I've
take
had those,
take
yeah.
take like
Yeah.
a diet ginger ale, pour it in a like a thermos, put some ice in, pour one of those in. I think I did the apple one last time or
Yep.
peach one, and I'm at the Galena Territories music night, and I am blitzed. I'm just like,
Nice.
yeah, I'm just blissfully, wonderful evening. The band, I don't
Right.
even know what it is.
Yep.
Hey, the hamburger was good.
Yep.
I'm blissed out. What a great
Perfect.
night.
Makes
so yeah,
everything better.
those things. So, and those are straight THC. And I was like, and I drank a few beers too. It's like, okay, how are we gonna feel?
Right.
And I was fine. I was just
Yeah.
fine. So honestly, yeah. If you want to get one over on the festival security,
That's the way to go.
take a THC drink and don't even take the bottle in there.
Yeah, you don't have to
Just pour
mess
it
with
in.
it.
You're all good.
Drink
That's
it
what I
and go.
did last week at Tugfest. I still got the lemonade shake up.
Oh,
And I
nice.
just went over to the corner and dumped
Put it
my
on
Uncle Arnie's in and
Hey, you're thinking.
continue it on with. The only thing I was worried about was how much THC soaked up into the lemon. I didn't take that out at first.
Next time.
Next time I will.
You just got you have to lower the percent. So you throw 50. Say you're losing 10
Oh, well then.
or 5.
I brought 4 bottles with me and I went to the
Shit.
mall. So.
That's a good day, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, you know how much I
Well,
go through a lot of.
Yeah. Well, I don't do a lot of edibles, so I can get a better high out of edibles probably because I smoke more than anything.
I got you. I ate half a pan of brownie.
How often do you guys do? How do you guys do it? Do you guys mostly smoke and then
Yeah.
edibles?
So I
mostly
am.
smoke.
Yeah, I smoke all day long.
Yeah.
I probably smoke 10 or 15 joints a day,
Mm-hmm.
and then at night about now I'm thinking, God damn, a cookie would go right pretty good. So then I usually put it off to
Around
about
4:20, right?
Right. But I can usually hold off to about 7:30, and then I hammer a couple cookies and
Okay.
smoke a couple joints, and then about 9 o'clock the cookies kick in, and I'm like,
Good night,
joint's
everybody.
gonna sit right now, so I go outside, smoke a joint, and then I go to bed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I'm usually from a bowl as needed. You know,
Yep.
this is the sex toys he calls it, but we really want to kick it up. But get the gravity bong that I start. There's a sink right here. Got a milk jug, so we're
Nice.
gonna kick up a notch. It starts the evening right.
I don't do the bong so much anymore because it's such a bitch to clean.
yes,
That's why I like disposables. This is a pop can. Throw it out,
That's-
get a new one.
Yeah, that's smart.
You know?
That's smart.
You
That's
just
the way
clean
to
up that
go.
pipe, it's good.
Yeah, I bowls and cones for the most part.
And this is metal 2-piece. It splits open. It's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, I do have a volcano.
Oh, I've heard about those.
Yeah, yeah.
Next time.
I almost
bring the
forgot. I
volcano.
have a volcano. 2-3 bags and you're in a good place.
okay.
Yeah, and they're probably and so when you actually smoke that, so that stuff's baked vapor.
Okay.
So when you smoke that, you don't get. It doesn't feel like you're getting a cleat to the chest.
Yeah.
You know,
So
or
do
the
you
throat.
use that a lot?
Not enough.
Okay.
But that's eventually
Why not?
that'll replace smoking for me eventually.
Really?
Just because it's a
Easy
healthier.
to clean.
Good question.
hate
I might just buy a new one and not clean this one. But
Determined, right?
yeah.
So
So
you've yet to clean it.
I have cleaned it a few times, but I'm afraid to look this time. Honestly, it's pretty. You kind of just tap it out and clean it out.
Okay.
Because it just
Where it's hot
honestly,
enough,
yeah,
okay.
it
Nothing
bakes.
internal. It's really going through.
I think I put it up to 223 degrees,
Okay.
and or is that Celsius? I can't remember. German, so it's probably Celsius.
Oh yeah, you're probably right.
So honestly, great alternative to smoking.
Okay.
Very expensive machine, but you can get a handheld one too. They're still about $400, but it's just easier in your body than smoking. It bakes. It's baked vape. A little bit different high. A little bit
Okay.
different
Okay.
high.
Better?
Feel it maybe more in the body.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's for me. It was a very, and after about 3 bags, it's like, okay, get this away from me. I'm good.
3 bags.
How
So
big's
they're
the bag?
honestly, so the bags are probably about as long as a loaf of bread,
Okay.
and probably about size of wide loaf and a bread and a half.
Like what? It
width-wise.
draws the smoke into the bag.
It draws the smoke into the bag, and
Okay.
then you put a thingy on the bag, and then you just pull on the bag.
So you can just leave it in there as you need it.
Yep.
And it doesn't attach to the sides or anything, like the THC.
The bag's disposable.
No, bag's disposable too.
Yeah.
So yeah, eventually you get a new bag.
Oh, okay. But I mean, you don't let it. But okay, what I guess what
It
I'm
draws in
getting
the
at.
bag you hold, and then you smoke it off the bag till it's empty.
How long does it take you to smoke a bag?
Good question. About half the time it takes to smoke a joint. I mean, it's less enjoyable.
5, 10 minutes
It's less
maybe?
enjoyable than smoking a joint.
Okay.
5 minutes.
Okay.
It's definitely less enjoyable. You look like a dork.
Yeah.
I mean, you just
But
do.
you're saving your lungs.
You're saving your lungs, and I
Sometimes safety things make you look like a dork.
I generally use that with my home grow, just because I really load it
You can
up.
go
and-
through it easier.
Yeah, really load it up. I have so much weed. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about it's on the floor. And sometimes I actually do sweep the weed grow floor, and it's like, Jesus, Cheech, clean yourself up. Good God. So yeah, I actually have the volcano in the workout area, and I am not allowed to make that messy. I'll tell you that. So I got to be careful with that. But yeah, check out a smoke shop. Check out a volcano. Talk to the guy about it. Check it online. But there, anytime there are other machines that'll just bake your weed
Right.
and get that vape for you too.
Get that German engineering.
Mercedes, and I think it's Stores Bickel is the volcano company.
Right on.
But yeah, the bong, too much of a pain in the ass to clean.
Yeah, I don't like cleaning shit.
And then get a volcano or check
All
out a
right,
volcano.
So as far as us, we're on Spotify, Instagram, iHeart. Follow us at our website, like and subscribe. We send an email every time we record an episode. You'll be the first to know. And then I'll edit a promo together after a few days, and then we put that on Instagram. You've been great to have as a guest, Mark. I really appreciate you
bet.
coming out here to
You
the
bet.
Kentucky Oasis and giving us a taste of your knowledge and expertise. You're a grower, a sports writer. Are you a musician too? Like what else we got on your resume?
No, I have a Substack. I do a little writing. I'm gonna try to finish some writing tonight. But mostly, my son said, "Yeah, you traded football brown for green."
It's true.
And
I'd
Best
like-
place for people to read your sports writing.
Just Substack. Just look me up on Substack. I think it's Flower Power Hour is
I
actually
think
my
that's what
Substack.
and it's good. You need
I
to
appreciate
do more of
that.
that.
I appreciate
I wish you would do more of that.
I'm doing a little more. I'm trying to write an end to. So we had our grandkids over for my daughter. Her husband is in the Army, so he got deployed for 9 months, and so she lived with us. The two grandkids.
Oh, nice.
He was only a 2-month-year-old at the time, and a 2-year-old. So 8.5 months with them, and I'm kind of writing about that. It was a blast. I was so lucky to have that. We were so happy to be able to help them like that, and to. I didn't really think about military much when I was in high school. I remember getting a call from the recruiter and thinking, very respectfully saying, I'm going to go to college, I think. And I didn't even think I was even in college yet.
Right.
And to now feeling the sacrifice a little bit that, hey, it's a collective. And had a great time. And I was so lucky to have the grandkids around like that. And hopefully I can finish that damn thing. Who knows? But that's kind of what I'm working on right now.
How do they find your Substack? Do they have to go to Substack?
I don't
or do
know.
you go-
I don't know.
I think I found it off your Instagram.
Okay, yeah, I'll
think.
put it. So my Instagram is Driftless Mark. I think it's small Driftless, and Driftless _Mark, and then I'll put a link up to that for sure. There's some links to the older stuff too. Haven't done a grow. So you guys, weed community, you guys are doing it, and you guys are brave, and I appreciate that. You have a good, unique voice, and you're building community.
Thank you.
And
Right.
that's awesome because, I can't really shed what I was to really build weed community. And then I was in the middle of weed community, and I was like, oh my God, I got to get out of this because
Right.
the dispensary, it's like that's a whole different deal. So
Right.
the work in there, it didn't feel like it was community. It felt like I was here, take this shit, get out of here.
Yeah.
I got you.
Now it's like, you'd have customers like that. Then you'd have somebody who's at stage 4 cancer
Right.
who you don't see after a while. And so you're like, okay,
You're just
probably
easing the pain.
bad thing happened there. And, you got to, I'm going to miss, some of those folks. And so getting out of that and getting to a place where you guys are building community and people enjoy your podcast, that's beautiful. Seriously, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We
absolutely,
appreciate you
absolutely.
having you on.
Yeah,
Coming
it was like an hour away and
Yeah.
a beautiful drive. So anytime, hey, hopefully this weed doesn't turn like shit, and I can bring you some. I can bring you some good stinky weed because
That'd be awesome.
Honestly, I grew this because the review said Stinkosaurus, and I have a carbon filter going, and I don't know why anymore. It's like Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, and Roadrunner's kicking ass. My wife's Subaru smells so bad right now, and she's so pissed.
That's funny. You're a weed grower. Your wife has a Subaru. I'm a weed grower. My wife has a Subaru. Maybe
And they
there's
both
something-
smell like
All
weed.
right. What's up with that?
I don't grow. My wife doesn't drive a Subaru.
We can change that.
Different strokes, different strokes.
That's right.
All right. Well, it's been great. You can
Absolutely.
follow us on Instagram. Dick has dope discussions. He's the main one, I suppose. And I'm Mr. Dank5.
You
Mr.
got more
Dank.
followers
5.
than I do.
Well, yeah, but you're dope discussions.
That is true. I'm easier to find.
I don't
I
know.
suppose.
You started first, and I just wanted my own taste.
I'm prettier.
Allegedly. And then YouTube at Mr. Dank5, iHeart.com, Blue Sky, Dick and Dank. Like and subscribe on our website. That's how we know where our true followers are. Message us. We don't get a lot of messages on there, but
We'd like to get more.
yeah. If you'd like to be a guest, reach out to email dank at dickanddank.com. Otherwise, it's been fun.
Yeah, here we go. Good night.
Talking things and important facts, like what's next, give me gas. There's a place that you wanna go. The clientele is really slow. DickandDank.com, oh yeah. DickandDank.com, alright. DickandDank.com. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. DickandDank.com. DickandDank.com.
I think I'm officially a little dumber after listening to that. I was actually thinking that as soon as you said that. Perfect. Good times.
How good did that feel? Honestly.